All right, what's up, team? This is Ruben from TGE, and in today's video, I want to break down two trades that we took inside the TGE Max community. Again, all this stuff is I'm actually opening up the alerts channel, and I'll make that the first description there if you want to get the same alerts. But let's break this down. We took two trades, one on CRM, which I didn't get a snapshot, but the other one was McDonald's. Okay. And I want to break down McDonald's for you first before we get into CRM, just to kind of show you how the entry and exit was really planned. Is really simple. So we use a tool called Gextron. Okay, so Gextron is our tool here that we use inside TG Max, and you can get access to it too with a 7-day free trial if you're interested. But it's really simple, right? Okay, because the first thing I'm looking for here is like this was McDonald's, and I want to see like where is P trends and N trends level at, like where's price at. And so right here, you see how this starts at the negative bar. This is the first negative bar that Gashon is showing us, right? And then Max Pain is the tallest negative bar. Okay, so it's 310 right here. So I marked these levels, and this is P trends because it's the first positive bar, and everything else to the right is positive, and then max reward is 320. Okay, so let's take a look at the charts. How did this look out? Once I have this information, I just go to the chart here. This is McDonald's. Let me make this bigger here. Okay, so here was Entrance, and then here's Max Pay. And it was just really as simple as getting around. So we took an entry. We took actually a loss earlier because we saw this here, which is today's Wednesday, but it ended up bouncing. So we took a loss on that, cut it out. And then when price was coming back down, right around this time frame right here, around this 11:30, we took our position. Okay, and so then we aimed for max pain, but we didn't sell at max pain. Okay, we just want to sell as price is getting closer to max pain. Okay, we want to sell into strength, and it's really just that simple, right? Because why below entrance? Because what entrance tells us here in Gextron is this is the start of a bearish sentiment for the ticker, for that given security, for in this case McDonald's. So we just want to, as price is getting below it, we just want to get into that trade for a bearish directional bias. Okay, and we got 134%. Now, not the entire thing was 134%. Okay, not the entire position. We sold in parts, of course. Like we took profits around 70%. We took profits at 100%. We took a little bit more profit at 130%. Okay, and then I think my last couple runs, which was like 2 contracts, I got stopped out. Okay, it was that simple. It doesn't get very complicated with this, right? So we sold into strength, and that's it. We took our wins and we moved on to the next trade. And then I want to go into the next trade, which is CRM. Okay, CRM was a similar trade. It's like, how do you enter and how do you exit the trades? Like, okay, so in here, same thing. Like, where's the first negative bar, and where everything follows up? Okay, so at the moment, if we scroll down, it says 255. I marked these levels on CRM. Okay, so I said 255 is entrance level, and then we have max pain at 250 because it's the tallest negative bar. Everything in between here, like 257, 260, this is like chop area because it's positive, negative. Like I want to avoid that. If I want to take a long bias position, it would be above 262.5 and higher. But price went below 255, and when it did, we took our opportunity in puts right here around this time frame right here because we saw that it did go up a little bit, but it could not hold it. It came back down, and as it was coming back down, we took our position and we actually netted that 28% return. Let me see if I can find it here. So we took our position here at 1150, because we're doing a 10K account as well too. We took one contract, okay, and we sold our position at 28%, which was pretty much closing near max pain, right? We enter near the top of the resistance, and then we want to sell as we're getting closer to the max pain level or whatever key level that is. You don't want to wait and see what happens when it gets here because we don't know if it's going to get there. We just want to sell into the strength, okay? So that's the game plan. How do you enter and exit trades using Gextron? Was really simple. You just, if we're below entrance, that's a great start for um, for puts and aim for max pain. Okay. If it was the other way around, or like let's say that this is P trans and then we have max pain here, you want to enter here when price is staying above it, and you want to aim it, take it to the next key level, whatever Gextron would be telling us here. So in this case, it would be 262.5, and then you would take it all the way to 270. Okay, the other thing that I want to point out, why what Gextron was giving us a hint on, was the unusual option flow. Okay, so I need to make my screen a little bit smaller here. We're getting a lot of puts on the tape. We have the option tape here too, so you can see every single transaction that's happening. Very, very bearish, right? At least it was earlier. So we have a lot of calls being sold off, puts being picked up. There are some calls at the moment, but earlier it was more bearish for CRM. And also the unusual option orders were very, very bearish. Puts. Like all these are puts, and also not just like 100,000. We're talking about $3 million per transaction, right? Block orders, sweep orders. So this was giving us a great bias to go to the downside, right? We had our levels, we had the unusual option order at an institutional level. It was just pointing down, down, down. Can this go lower? Maybe, but until as of right now, we're not seeing out of the money puts very much. Maybe just this one right here, but it's for next year. So I would be a little bit skeptical about going super far out of the money. Just go in, go out. And the contracts that we got for this was about May, so it's just 30 days out, and that allowed us to get a that 28% return that I announced on the in the Telegram channel. Okay, so that's the trades. Really simple. How to enter, how to exit, and then also using the option flow data to kind of help with that thesis. Um, yeah, and if you want to get access to the trade alerts, just the trade alerts itself, I'll put a link in the description box if you want to check that out. I mean, you would have made your money back in one trade already. So, all right, I'll see you guys on the next one.